I'm going to share with you today the story of when I found purpose in my life deeper than ever before and more drive and vision. And I found my true self, a vegan superhero. So, years ago, I had already been working towards doing music for a living, or just creating and working on my craft, and just gone through some arcs of failing, becoming homeless, getting jobs, going back to the jobs, getting a place again. And one of these times I was working for a university in Columbia, Missouri, and I was working on a dining hall on the grill station, ironically, cooking the very animals I was trying to save, and I still am. And so I came up with an idea. There were days where I would just write, like, in between customers, I would write notes on blank pieces of paper and any ideas, songs, video ideas, even a direction I could go with my channel, because I was just starting. I was thinking about starting a whole channel for veganism, but music was my passion. So I was like, how can I combine music and veganism? And for weeks and weeks I was recycling ideas. And I was doing this. I was practicing martial arts. I'm just kidding. I was fighting the customers unless they got veggie burgers. No, that did not happen. But I was looking for ideas inside of my brain hole, and eventually I wrote down something, and it was about a superhero, a vegan superhero. I was inside of a band at the time, so for some reason I thought of a mascot earlier, like a vegan superhero mascot for a band. I don't know, like marketing. But eventually, whenever I was thinking of my own channel idea, music and veganism, I thought, wait, somebody just called me Z-Man, because like that was my nickname around the workplace. Well, I mean, not everybody called me Z-Man, just a couple of people. Like, I think those people actually just one person. He just does that. He'll just take the first letter of your name and be like, oh, your name's Tim, you're T-Man. But it inspired me, so I was thinking Z-Man. Z-Man the Vegan. Vegan superhero, singer-songwriter. I can create a character. I mean, the whole idea just came to me. I will have a stage persona, Z-Man the Vegan, a vegan superhero. And I will write vegan music as this vegan superhero. And so I started doing that. In fact, the very first time I was ever Z-Man, I'm pretty sure I did it on my break or right after I was off work or something, but it was right outside of work. So and I started doing it on every break. So because we had a locker room. So I would run back to the locker room, change out of my work clothes into the superhero suit. It was an actual suit. It's not a costume. I'm a real hero. Anyway, I ran out there, and the suit and the mask were like, I don't know, a lot lame, more lame looking, like cringe, but I mean, I embraced it. I just went out there, I got the cape, I got the mask, I'm all green, Black Z, and I'm playing my vegan songs, and like people immediately actually started receiving it much better than I thought they would. And so around this time, I found not really an outlet, but more direction and purpose for my art and everything. Before, whenever I was struggling and I went through homelessness, like my vision was, I'm gonna create world peace with music, hippie music. I don't know, and I wasn't even vegan, and then I became vegan, and then homeless, and then certain things, and then I kept doing this. I kept practicing my martial arts for some reason, and then eventually, it's like my vision just kind of got more focused, and the world, the art I was creating all came together and into this character, and it was like I was getting more reactions, positive reactions from people, and feeling more connected to people, and like the message was getting out there. I was actually talking to a lot of people about veganism too. I would go out as Z-Man and do street activism as Z-Man. Which I thought was a good way to like I mean, I don't look as serious if I'm a vegan superhero, but I'm asking them serious questions, and I'm saying I think being vegan, I believe being vegan is a moral obligation. Respectfully. Like, that's how I would talk. So, I did that, and it was amazing, and I fell in love with it. I mean, I was already in love with music and veganism and the idea, and like passionate, very passionate, still very passionate. And so there's also a friend of mine that I started living with, or moved in with me, named Lockdown. Two's a real friend, or I'm saying real friend because I'm about to start talking about the saga, because everything that I just explained is inside my superhero saga. And so I meant to say real person because he's inside the saga too. Like, well, not him specifically. I make characters based off of real life people, and like they're different inside the saga, but like the core emotion of them is there. But I'm saying Lockdown was someone I knew whenever I was homeless. I met him homeless, and then he came back. Like, he left Colombia, and he came back, and he saw that I was a vegan superhero now. And he was one of the people who were one of the few people at beginning, besides the people who would smile at me as I performed, who supported me. Like he thought it was a cool idea. It was like, well, oh, you're a vegan superhero now. And so we started performing a lot together around Colombia. We would be going downtown or on campus and performing, and people would stop and be like, Z-Man, and then Lockdown would freestyle to my songs. It was a very big part of my growth, and also just the first chapter of Z-Man the Vegan. So this will be in episode 2 of the saga, where Lockdown comes back, but also I become a vegan superhero for the first time inside of the episode. And it's different than real life. Like, I'm not, I don't think I like go out on my break. Wait, no, maybe I do that. Or is that a later episode? Probably a later episode, yeah. Thinking later episode. Anyway, I'm not going to give too much away. You're going to know I go out on my break. It's a huge spoiler. No. So I'm writing this saga, and episode 2 comes out probably in a couple days, and a lot of what I just said, like that story inspired the saga. So I took my real life story and I put it into a real like vegan superhero saga series, like a long series, long arcs, cinematic things, meaningful messages, stuff like that. So yeah, leave a comment down below. How long have you been subscribed? Have you seen any of my videos with Lockdown? They're still out there. Like, if you scroll through my channel, you'll find like collaborations with the real life Lockdown. I said the real friend. He's always been a real friend. I meant real life Lockdown, not the saga Lockdown. He's on there. And also you'll find videos of whenever I did activism on campus in Colombia. Like, a lot of my older videos, obviously, are the beginning of Z-Man the Vegan, but in real life. But now we're getting a taste of it in the saga version, because we're on episode 2. So leave a comment down below. Watch episode 2 whenever it comes out this Wednesday. Thank you for watching. For the animals! Woo!